So you dance in light, heavy smoke. Have you fixed that treasured heart that's so broke? Here is a tape, follow me, give this a meaning. Do you wanna feel the rush when somebody is listening? Heaven is getting closer to the earth, and someday I'll set you free, I promise. There's no time to lose, the world is closing in, and we're still here. Do you wanna feel alive? We are so what's the rush? Feeling like a dream. Who will we be crying for tonight? We lost but never found. Fear is not around. We can't turn this world around. This will be the end of treason as we know it. This will be the death of anger, 'cause we won't show it. Here is some safe, follow me, give this a meaning. Do you wanna feel the rush when somebody's listening? Heaven is getting closer to the earth, and someday I'll set you free, I promise. There's no time to lose, the world is closing in, and we're still here. Do you wanna feel alive? We are, so what's the rush? Feeling like a dream. Who will we be crying for tonight? We lost but never found. Fear is not around. We can't turn this.
Yes, guys, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining me again this afternoon. Hope you're all doing well, Red. So everyone's doing well. I want to say, firstly, a big thank you to everyone that has commented on the last video as well. Appreciate all of you. It's very nice of you. Some of the lovely comments I received after that video yesterday. So, you know, everyone who commented after that video yesterday, left lovely comments. Appreciate it. Love to you all. Thank you very much. And yeah, I really do appreciate that. It picked me up something, and I loved it. Thank you very much. Yeah, big up to all you guys who did that, man. Big up to all you guys. Yeah, today's going to be a little video just talking about how Liverpool and Arne Slot try and get back to some kind of performances, some kind of what's the best system, best formation, best players to pick from? What's the 11 players that Slot should probably go and pick and go with for, the Man United game and the next few games coming up? Because we've got a massive month. Liverpool have got a month coming up till the next international break, and Liverpool need to put some, performances and results together now, and we need to see some improvements. Our next month, we got Man United at home on Sunday. We got Frankfurt away on the Wednesday. We got Brentford away on the Saturday. Obviously, home to Crystal Palace, which the game I will be at. If anyone's going to be at that League Cup game in Liverpool, I will be at that game for Crystal Palace. Then we're at home to Aston Villa and at home to Real Madrid. They're our next 6 games. It's a massive 6 games, a massive month coming up for Liverpool Football Club. And yeah, we're going to talk about how Liverpool could just, sort their stuff out a little bit, sort their problems out, sort their issues out, and how they go from there. But big up the chat, mate. Sure, you're loving the community as always, the Jamie Phillips football community. We love it over here. and appreciate you guys over here in the community. Yeah, feeling better, James. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate Randy66 in the chat as well. Big up, everyone, man. Appreciate you all. Lovely comments yesterday. I do appreciate you know that. And yeah, as I keep saying, let's build the community, man. Let's build this community. Let's keep going. Let's keep building a beautiful community to talk Liverpool in and keep it all good. But yeah, so obviously the international break is coming to an end. Thank God. The international break is as boring as sin. A lot of YouTubers don't know what to do. I think big up Sahid, didn't he go shopping in Aldi or something like that? Videoed it for content. You know, we're all struggling, man. We're all struggling. I see people are just, they don't know what to do. And, you know, international break is the worst. Unless you're really into your international football, some are. If you are really into your international football, then, yeah, it's probably been a decent couple of weeks for yourself. But no, for me, no, man. I'm not a big international fan. You know, the international games I like is obviously the South American games and all that, but you have to wait till like 1 o'clock in the morning to watch them, and I'm not staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning to watch football. So yeah, unfortunately, that's there's not a lot of great games in international break. But as I say, there's some people out there who like it, so hats off to them. Big up, Doug, man. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Big up Helsinki as well in the chat. Big up Umar as well. Big up, man. Much love to you. Oh dear. So news from the game. International games. Obviously, the news coming out of there is Kanate and Gravenberch, especially little niggles, precautionary injuries, whatever it may be. I think Kanate flew back earlier. I think last week, Kanate flew back to Liverpool for a minor concern, and Gravenberch apparently got taken off for precaution. I believe Ryan Gravenberch has made a statement himself saying there is no injury. He felt something. He got taken off as a precaution, but he doesn't believe there's an injury. So hopefully that's good news on the Gravenberch front. On the Kanate front, I've not heard any other statements apart from he came back. So we'll see how that goes, obviously, as the week goes on, leading up to that Man United game on Sunday. Big up, Doug. My son turned 2 on Tuesday. Jamie flew by. Happy birthday to your little boy, Doug. I hope you had a good second birthday, man. Big up somebody FC in the chat as well. Yeah, happy birthday to your boy, Doug. Many happy birthdays to him. So Gravenberch, Kanate's form at the moment, you could argue, you know, he probably should be dropped anyway for the Man United game. So I don't think his injury is much of a problem. Be up, Roachman. I don't think his injury is going to be too much of an issue anyway. By the sounds of it, it's just a minor detail. It's just a minor thing. He could even play on the weekend. So just wait and see with Kanate. With the Gravenberch one, the thing that worries me about Ryan Gravenberch a little bit, we haven't got another midfielder like him in our team. You know, that's where we're probably short, definitely short in our side, where we haven't got that other, you know, number 6 DM in our team to come in. And that's a little concern for me with Gravenberch. You know, we got to keep him sharp, got to keep him fit. Now, obviously, if he's just come off for precautions, slotted his team will obviously be looking at Gravenberch today or tomorrow when they come back to Liverpool. When did they come back to Liverpool? When's the last international games? Have all the international games finished now, or is there some more? I can never remember. Let me have a look. I don't know. I think there's some South American games. Is it tomorrow? Let me have a look. So we've got some games today. We've got Germany, Northern Ireland, Slovakia, Luxembourg. We've got a Dutch game the other day. Tuesday, Spain, Bulgaria, Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Hungary, Ireland, Armenia, Italy, Israel, Andorra, Serbia, Latvia, England. Yeah, there's some games. And then I think Tuesday's the last of them. Yeah, Tuesday's the last game. So they'll be back, what, Wednesday, Thursday? Probably be back Wednesday, yeah? So Ryan Gravenberch, probably what I've heard, he stayed with the Dutch team. I don't think he's gone home or left or anything like that. I don't know if the Netherlands have another game coming up this week, but it's just a bit of a concern about Gravenberch because he's our best number 6, although he doesn't play there this season. He plays box-to-box 8. And we haven't got another player quite like him in our team ready to go. Obviously, Slot and his team and his medical side will have to have a look at him Wednesday, Thursday. Train Friday, train Saturday. Hopefully he's fit for Sunday. If not, he needs to be sat on the sidelines and look after. You know, and Liverpool have to find alternative solutions for the Man United game. But yeah, we're seeing the Gravenberch thing. Big up Tom Carter in the house. Big up to you, man. We have to see. Big up Sean, mate. I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you. We'll have to see on the Gravenberch stuff. With the Canate thing, as again, it looks like Canate out of the two of them as big up Sammy. Out of the two of them has got a legitimate injury. Big up Eric. Has got a legitimate injury. So we'll see how that goes as well. Netherlands don't have any more games. Big up Aladdin's. Big up, man. Appreciate you. So the Netherlands don't have any more games. So Gravenberch will probably come back to Liverpool. Probably be back to Liverpool tomorrow, I would have thought. Tomorrow he'll go into the club and they'll check him over because it was his hamstring, apparently. Seen the medical team, see how he's going. Kanate's one is more of the injury concern right now. So we have to see how the Canate thing goes. It's a little bit of a worry because, you know, we've already lost Giovanni Leone, who, for me, is going to be a superstar of a centre-back. It's just a shame he got his ACL. He's going to be out for a year. Such a young lad, but really impressed in his debut against Southampton. But then, unfortunately, got the injury. You know, and losing Canate as well just limits our squad defensively. And players like Joe Gomez will have to step up. You know, that's if Slot wants to play Joe Gomez. You know, Ryan Gravenberch with a precaution, Canate with a minor injury, you know, it limits what Slot can do. Joe Gomez would probably have to play centre-back anyway, but I do have a feeling that Klopp, I keep saying Klopp, that Slot really likes Gravenberch as a centre-back. I don't want to see Gravenberch play centre-back unless it's an emergency. And it's not an emergency just yet because you've got Joey Gomez there. But then that's just Joey Gomez and Virgil as our centre-backs if Kanate's injured. And I just worry that if Slot plays Gomez and Virgil as our two centre-backs and they're the only two we got fit and available, that leaves us very short of centre-backs. So it does make me think, is he going to play like a Gravenberch as a centre-back to keep Gomez fit and available? I'm not sure. I wouldn't personally. Just stick Joe Gomez out there. Can do a job next to Virgil. You know, played with, he's partnered Virgil many times before. And, yeah, I think Gomez and Virgil still a very good partnership, you know. On its day, still a very good partnership. You got Endo as well there, that's true. So you got players there that can fill in between. But by the sounds of it, Kanate's injury is only minor. He could even play this weekend. Gravenberch could still play this weekend as well. So I don't think it's like terrible news coming out from them two right now. I think it's perfectly okay. You know, we're going to get injuries and knocks and stuff like that through the season. We have to deal with it when it happens and not complain about it, really. You know, I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. Injuries are part of football, unfortunately, part of life, and it happens, and you've got to deal with it, man. Got to find a way of dealing with it. But it's how we deal with things as a... we got to find out ways of dealing with our defence at the moment as a team. You know, we've conceded far too many goals as a club at this moment in time, which we're not happy about. We've conceded 9 goals in the Premier League in 7 games. That is not good. It's not good at all. We complain and take the piss out of Man United, but Man United have conceded 11. They've only conceded a couple more than us, and we take the piss out of them. You know, we've got a goal difference of 4. Scored 13 goals, which is fine, but conceding 9 is just poor. It's very poor. And it's un-Liverpool-like. It reminds me of the defence Brendan Rodgers had at Liverpool when we conceded, was it 50 goals that season? And like finished runners-up or something mad like that, but we scored about 3 goals a game. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Now, I don't think you need the best defence in the world to win a league, but you need a better defence than what we're doing right now. You know, the defence we got right now isn't go to win us Premier League titles the way we're playing. And I say defence because it's not the individual players, it's more of the system and the way we're set up right now. You know, Virgil, Kanate and all that, they're good defenders, obviously, quality defenders in Virgil, Alisson, Mamardashvili in goal. You know, they're all good enough, yeah, as individual talents and not be conceding the amount of goals we concede. So you look at it more as a, for me, more of an issue with more of the midfield than the defence right now. What I mean by that, what I do, I'm not really like this tactico person. That's not my shtick. I'm not really a tactico person, but I'm going to give it a little bit of a go, yeah? I'll give it a little bit of a go. Hang on, where am I? I'm going to give it a little bit of a go. What I'll do it. I'll go little screen there, yeah? I'm going to give it a little bit of a go, right? So, don't know if I can make that any bigger. Oh, my word. Then that takes that away. So, if we're thinking Gomez and Van Dijk for Man United, guys, who do we think will play right back? Like, who do we think will play right back? Hang on, I might go full screen because it might be a bit easier. What I'll do, I'll take the chat away a minute, pick up the chat, just so you guys can see. There you go. Hang on, can you see if I do that? Nah, what about that? Nah, hang on, it might be better like that. There you go. So who, you know, at right back, so say we're playing Man United, yeah? This is what I think he might do. Let me just remove Ekatike there. I think he'll go with Isaac, all right? Bozzolai. This is going to drive me mad, but I think this is what he might do. This is not what I want to do, but I think this is what Slot might do against Man United, yeah? Something like that. Now, this is what I think Slot might do. I think he might go with Szoboszlai in that right back position. McAllister, Gravenberch and Wirtz. But here's the problem, yeah? This is what Liverpool have been doing lately, yeah? Wirtz likes to play off this left-hand side, right? Gravenberch has been given a free role, so he pushes up. McAllister is pushing up. We leave a lot of space in this area of the pitch right here. This area of the pitch is always left quite open. You know, Salah stays in his position here. Gravenberch is allowed to push up. McAllister push up. Wirtz likes to go onto this left-hand side. And you see this here with Gakpo, Salah, and Gakpo, McAllister, and Wirtz. This is the issue Liverpool got at the moment. McAllister likes to play on this left central side of the pitch. Wirtz likes to play on this left central side of the pitch. And Godi Gakpo is a left winger. All right? Gravenberch given this free role. Salah doesn't really go back this way. That leaves us very isolated. If you look at the isolated areas of our pitch when we play like this, it's the gap between Salah and Szoboszlai that's the issue. This gap is too big for me. The gap between Salah and Szoboszlai for me is too big, guys. I don't know how you feel about it. I think it's too big. You know, and I think the opposition team, say this is Gravenberch, an opposition player, they then double up in these areas of the pitch. This is what opposition teams are doing. They're doubling up in these areas of the pitch. Who said it? Cucurella said it the other day in the Chelsea game, didn't they? Because Salah doesn't work back. The right back is going to get isolated. Gravenberch is more of attack-minded now, so he's out of position. So these, say Gravenberch and Wirtz, these are opposition players, yeah? They're going to get double up in these ends of the pitches, yeah? Then McAllister gets isolated. Kirkes is asked to drop back in defence, which he's not used to. Cody's not really dropping back either. So you got all this pitch here that Liverpool get isolated in. What I think we need to do more of a team, guys, is Gravenberch and McAllister need to sit. I need these two to sit. Don't get involved in attacking play too much. Kirkes needs to be doing this role, the up and down role, constantly. Whoever's playing right back needs to do the up and down role constantly. But if you've got Kirkes here, Szoboszlai here, which Liverpool mostly do, yeah? You got your two centre-backs isolated. In counter-attack play, if you've got both your midfielders here, Salah tucking in, your full-backs getting forward, look at the space that Liverpool leave in behind all the time in transition. If you go to look at a lot of the pictures that Liverpool have, we leave a lot of gaps in behind. But if you just ask Gravenberch at least just to sit back, just there. If you ask Gravenberch just to sit back and don't get involved in attacking play and let McAllister join Wirtz in attacking play, Salah is at Gakpo, and you ask one of your fullbacks to get involved and the other fullback to sit back, don't get involved so much, like play high up the pitch, but don't get in these areas all the time. You're going to be more defensively minded in transition. Then McAllister can get back, Wirtz can get back in transition, and you almost go back to that three there in transition defensively. But you're asking Wirtz, Grav, and McAllister to do this at the moment. You're asking our fullbacks to get forward. If you're playing Szoboszlai, he's going to want to get into these areas of the pitch. Kirkes wants to get in these areas of the pitch. And that's pretty much where we play. Van Dijk and Gomez push up high. We've seen them close to the halfway line or even in the opposition half. And we always leave ourselves a little bit isolated. Liverpool have to go back to basics for me. Go back to what you did last season. One fullback goes. McAllister and Gravenberch. One of you go, one of you stay. I think that's what Liverpool got to do. They just got to go back to being a little bit basic for me. Just be a little bit more basic. Like last season, if McAllister went, Gravenberch stayed. If Gravenberch went, McAllister stayed. They can't both go at the same time. That's where the gaps are being led. That's where we're open as anything. But also this right-hand side channel. If Szoboszlai is here and Salah's like in these attacking positions here, and Szoboszlai is trying to get on the outside of them, Gravenberch then has to come and pull inside into this right-hand channel. That's what he needs to do. And then Gakpo needs to pull in a little bit. And then McAllister needs to hold his position. Kirkes can get into this position here, just a little bit up. And you're blocking the passing lanes. And you're defensively better in that sort of position. But that's not what we're doing. My worry is Mo. Mo doesn't get back and help and double up on his fullback. If you're defensively, you're in transition, you got to defend. You want to see your wingers defensively come back and double up on their fullbacks, leaving less gap in between fullback and winger, and fullback and midfielder, fullback and midfielder, centre back and midfielder, centre back and midfielder. You want it nice and tight. But we don't play like that in a defensive transition at the moment. Our defensive transitions are like this. Is that could be up here, Wirtz, Salah, Szoboszlai will be isolated, means Gravenberch has to come across, and that means that McAllister's now isolated. Cody Gakpo's not the best at getting back either. So everyone's left a little bit isolated. So for me, I'm hoping we just go back to a little bit more basic and keep the ball better as well, higher up the pitch. And that's one thing as well we're not been doing either. We're not been keeping the ball better in attacking phases of play. So Slot wants to set up in maybe a 4-2-3-1. But let's take Szoboszlai out a minute and let's put Frimpong back in, yeah? Right? Pacey fullbacks, Kirkes and Frimpong. Both very pacey fullbacks, very attack-minded fullbacks. You bought them for a reason, and that is to be attack-minded fullbacks. I would love to see Salah and Cody tuck in a little bit more. Just tuck in a little bit more. I want to see Kirkes making these runs, Frimpong making these runs. Then these two can sit because I've got Kirkes, I've got Cody, I've got Wirtz, I've got Salah, I've got Frimpong, and I've got an Isak on my team sheet right now. They're in attacking positions. One of McAllister and Gravenberch could join. Here, I'd say Gravenberch joins at the moment. You know, it's just here. McAllister's sitting. You got Gomez and Virgil here, just marshalling the team up the pitch. Liverpool want to keep the ball in the opposition half. To keep the ball in the opposition half, you've got to keep the ball, plus you've got to get players in and around areas of the pitch that are going to be attacking and be a threat. But you've got Kirkes and Frimpong. They need to be in these positions. Cody tucks in. Kirkes can get into these positions. Cody's then tucked in. Salah's tucked in where he wants to be. Frimpong can get into these positions. Straight away, you've got two attacking fullbacks. I've got Cody Gakpo, who can go on the outside again of Kirkes if he wants. He can go into these areas. He can drop back a little bit just in case there's a defensive transition. And he's here. I've got my man Salah, who wants to be in these areas of the pitch. Salah doesn't want to be out here. Salah doesn't want to be where Frimpong is. He wants to be here, as close to Isak, as close to the goal as possible. See, I need Frimpong to do this. That's what I need. What I don't want to do, and this is what we keep doing, yeah? And this is what we keep doing. Again, I'm not this tactical kind of guy. This is the best I can do. I might be right and wrong here, guys. So do bear with me. What we do at the moment is that our fullback does this. He does that. Cuts inside. He underlaps. That's what our fullback does right now. He underlaps. Where does Salah go if he underlaps? Where's Mo going? That means Mo has to stay on the outside. Does Mo Salah want to stay on the outside, or does he want to cut on the inside? That's the question right now. That's the question right now. And when my fullback is here, I'd rather my fullback and Mohamed Salah swap. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather my fullback there and Mo Salah's the one inside. You know, and I've got Isak, I've got Wirtz that Salah can play off. I mean, Salah wants to play off Wirtz. He wants to play off Isak or an Ekatike, whoever you think will play this game. And he's in the dangerous situations. I don't want my fullback and Salah in the wrong positions. For me, that don't make sense. It don't make sense, and that's something Slot's got to change. You bought a Frimpong to do the opposite. You bought a Frimpong to do this. Up and down the wide areas of the pitch for 90 minutes. He can be here because Frimpong's got the recovery pace. Frimpong can be here, making a late run. Salah's here. Salah's cut inside. It allows Frimpong to go on the outside. Frees up a centre-back. It takes the opposition full-back away, pulls a centre-back away, gives Salah a bit more room. If we lose the ball, Frimpong has the pace to get back into this position. The same with Kirkes. What I don't want to do at the moment, what we are doing quite a lot of, is that we're building up play with Kirkes. So we stretch out McAllister and Gravenberch. They go wide. Kirkes comes into this position to receive the ball of Virgil van Dijk. And then Kirkes goes out to back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk will go to Kanate or Gomez, whoever's playing, at the Frimpong. Then the pass will be into Gravenberch, who drops the deepest because he's the best press resistant midfielder we got. He can turn on the ball and then we go, right? But I didn't buy Kirkes to do that, personally. I don't think we bought Kirkes to be a left back that builds up play from that position. I don't think that's what we bought him for. I think we bought him for is to... Our wingers are not wingers. They're more inside forwards. Cody Gakpo's an inside forward. Salah's an inside forward. Kirkes gives you the width. Kirkes gives you the pace, gives you the width, gives you the out ball. You know, Kirkes goes. Maybe Frimpong stays back for a minute. See what's happening. You know, the play's going down the left-hand side. So Kirkes is the one getting forward. And then from there, Cody can cut inside, Salah can cut inside, you make a free, Vert's there. You got like a little diamond almost in these attacking areas where they can play the ball in and off each other. And then you've got the width in a Kirkes, you've got the width in a Frimpong, and McAllister and Gravenberch can then sit back a little bit more, and they don't have to be in these positions. They can still be in the opposition half, but sort of like high up. So a little bit deeper, sorry. So they're in the opposition half still, but they're a bit deeper in case there's transition, that they can win the ball back quickly and then recycle the ball out again to Kirkes out wide, recycle the ball out again to Frimpong out wide, recycle it back to Verts if he's unmarked, players like that. Almost means, and then you give a little bit more protection to your back too. That is one way we could be doing things like that. There's also another way. We could drop Cody Gakpo and play Chiesa. Chiesa comes into the team. Now, what Chiesa gives you is a little bit different. For me. Chiesa gives you a bit more width, can go on the outside, can go on the inside. What Chiesa will also do, he will interact with, I think, with Kirkes a little bit more than what Cody Gakpo does right now. I always think Cody Gakpo, when Kirkes does make this run, Cody Gakpo just makes this run. It completely ignores Kirkes, who's then isolated. I think Chiesa at this moment in time would probably use Kirkes a little bit more. They could interchange into these positions as well. And I think that would help Kirkes immensely with a left-sided winger like Chiesa, because Chiesa's a bit more skillful and a bit more of a technician than Cody Gakpo is. Cody Gakpo is more of your goal-scoring, attack-minded, forward a bit. That's what Cody Gakpo is. Chiesa's more of your technician, your technical wide player. But I doubt Chiesa's playing. Then there's the other thing where a lot of people are talking about right now, is that Hugo Ekitike. Now, Hugo Ekitike, for me, has been Liverpool's best player that we bought this summer. I think we can all agree. The best player we bought this summer is that Hugo Ekitike on form right now. And he's on form. The issue with me, I said this earlier on a Sam's channel, I think both of them need to play. And the reason I say both of them need to play, guys, is because Ekitike, for me, is perfect for Liverpool right now. Absolutely perfect for us. His link-up play, the way he drops in deep, the way he gets the ball, he can run off the ball, he can collect the ball. He's strong, he's quick, he's intelligent. He's perfect for us right now. And I don't think he's droppable. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you can drop Ekitike right now. I think we badly missed Ekitike against Crystal Palace. That's to Ekitike's own fault, by the way. That's Ekitike's own issue. That's his problem. He got ridiculously sent off. But I do think Ekitike was badly missed. I think he was badly missed against Crystal Palace. And at the same time, Alexander Isak needs to play football. Alexander Isak cost us 125 million quid, yeah? Cost us 125 million pound. He is one of Europe's best strikers. People will do that whole banter thing and all that bollocks, yeah? But at the end of the day, we know for a fact, Isak is one of Europe's best finishers, one of Europe's best strikers right now. He needs to find his rhythm. He needs to find his rhythm. If Isak doesn't play, how does he find his rhythm? But at the same time, how the hell can you drop Ekitike right now? So a lot of people have been saying the way to get both of them in team is play Ekitike off the left-hand side. Now, Ekitike has played off the left-hand side a few times in his career before. It wouldn't be a new place for him. I believe when Ekitike and Isak have been on the same pitch at the same time for Liverpool this season, Ekitike played off the left-hand side. Isak went through the middle. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. But I think it was only one time for about 20 minutes or so towards the end of the game when he threw Ekitike on and he played off the left. Ekitike has to play. He's too good not to play. Do you know what I'm saying, peeps? He's too good not to play. Big up, Allier. He's too good at the moment. You have to play him. You know, he's one of the best signings of the season so far for any club. The guy has to play. But Isak has to play as well, or he's not going to get any momentum or rhythm. Now, when people say left wing, I don't mean this position here, yeah? I mean this position here. You know, that's where I mean Ekitike to play. Inside left. On that inside left channel. And that's what Vern's right, man. He's actually been dropping to the left to make his own chances, which is crazy, isn't it? Ekitike on this inside left channel gives Kirkes the freedom to bomb forward. That's what it gives him. And Ekitike off that left-hand side, I believe, will hold the ball up better and keep the ball better than Cody at the moment. So if you got Ekitike holding on to the ball and keeping the ball in better than Cody Gakpo is at the moment, it means you're going to be able to get Kirkes up the pitch. Ekitike is going to be in a more narrow position. Now, Ekitike could be like on this inside left channel. He can drop deep here alongside Verts, almost like that. And you sort of go like that at times. It's almost like a box formation, but you've got no like left winger. But Kirkes gets more freedom on that left-hand side to attack, which he loves to do. It's what Kirkes is waiting. He's waiting for the handbrake to come off so he can just go whoom, and get balls into the box. It's what he wants. Kirkes might give him that because Kirkes will be playing in this like sort of like deep, like inside position. Same with Salah in this inside position here. That's why I keep saying it could be like a little diamond you got there in that attacking third. And the width comes from your fullbacks in Frimpong and Kirkes. Because I'm trying to think, what's the point of buying two attacking fullbacks if you're not going to use them properly? If you want, because let's face it, we don't really get width from Mo Salah and Gakpo like that. They want to cut inside. If our wingers constantly want to cut inside, where does our width come from? We want to make the pitch wider and harder for the opposition to defend against us, don't we? So Ekitike and Salah inside forwards. Get Kirkes and Frimpong giving you your width. Get them the width that you need. Kirkes wants to do that. Frimpong, you've seen him already this season. He just wants to get there into these positions. Then look, I've still got 4 players back. I've got Allison, I've got Virgil, I've got Gomez, I've got McAllister, I've got at the moment. Hang on, I've got to make that right. Put Marma in goal. I've got McAllister and Graham Birch, I've got Van Dijk and Gomez. You know, they can push up a little bit more, still inside the box because they're still defending, even though they're in the opposition's box, because they're the deepest of all the players. And then these two have got lightning pace to get back. Absolutely lightning pace to get back. You know, and you keep possession a little bit better. You know, Kirkes can go out wide. He's got McAllister here. He's got Ekatike if you need him. He's got Verts here. If he wants to get over here and pull balls back, he's got Isaac in the box. And Isaac will be here in this position. What's been happening is Isaac and Verts have been here. This ain't helping. This is not helping. This is where we are sometimes. We're in this sort of like position here, which is not helping us at all. Salah's always the furthest forward. I've got Verts here, and I've got Isaac too deep. I don't want to see that. We don't need to see that. Isaac stays here, Verts stays here. Ekatike cutting inside, Mo cutting inside. I've got Gravenberch, I've got McAllister, the deepest of the attacking midfield players, holding a nice line there, so nothing can come through them. I've got Kirkes, I've got Frimpong. It's very risky. Again, I like a bit of risk in my football, but it's not overly risky when I've still got Van Dijk, Gomez, Gravenberch, McAllister in defensive positions. Now, I don't want McAllister actually to play. I'd prefer it to be Szoboszlai right now because of his athleticism. I think it suits us a little bit better. That's sort of the system I'd like to see Liverpool start playing in attacking formations. We need to feed them, as a Shotter says there. We need to feed them. If you're playing in these sort of positions, you can ask Isaac to stay here. Verts can drop back a little bit more. Isaac's still in the danger area here. You got Ekatike who can make underlining runs in behind Isaac. You've got Salah who can make underlining runs in behind Isaac as well. You got Frimpong. You've got so many players here of quality that the opposition will have to keep an eye on. You also pack up the midfield. Like the centre of the pitch is packed up, and also the wide areas of the pitch are packed up, because I've not got any fullbacks here trying to invert. I've not got Frimpong inverting. I've not got Kirkes inverting, making a mess, making a clusterfuck of an area here where everyone just takes advantage of our wide areas. I've got them nice and wide, man. Touch tight, nice and wide. Pace to get back as well. Pace to go forward, pace to get back. Both of them got great recovery pace. This gives us more of an outlet. If we do lose the ball, we've got enough players in positions to win the ball back. And you can play like this for build up as well. So say you're trying to build up, yeah. You're building out from the back, yeah. You're building out from the back, right? First off, Salah might go a little bit wider, right? You're building out from the back. You sort of got these sort of positions. Szoboszlai might be a bit here. And you want to build out from the back with Kirkes and Van Dijk for some reason. But Kirkes is going to keep his wide position. Szoboszlai is going to make this run for Kirkes. Kirkes can give him the ball. Szoboszlai cuts that way then. Kirkes overlaps. That means then Verts can come in. Szoboszlai can, Gravenberch can make his move. Salah can make his move. Frimpong can make his move. Straight away there, you got a bit more structure in your play. You still got players back defensively. You still got Grav as the deepest midfielder. You got Verts, you got Szoboszlai, you got Frimpong, you got Salah. Kirkes and Ekatike on this left-hand side covering. You got two centre-backs back. So you still got cover and able to win the ball back in higher ends of play. So it's interesting what Liverpool can do and how Liverpool can improve as the season goes on, and I think they will. But I just don't think we use the width for nothing. Do apologise about that, guys. So sorry. My internet went. Am I back? For some reason, my internet dropped for a second. I think it's the kids using their bloody tablets. We should be back there. We should be back. No, I think all my kids are using all my kids at home now using their tablets and that, so they're probably eating into my Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's just a little example what I think Liverpool could do, going forward, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, because we've got the players there. We've got good footballers, very, very good footballers in some players that we got that other teams would love. There's not, what team wouldn't want a Florian Wirtz? What team wouldn't want an Alexander Isak? A Gravenberch right now, Virgil van Dijk's, Alisson Becker's, Mamardashvili's, Kirkes, Frimpongs, Connor Bradley's if needed. You got McAllister's there. Sabozlai's, Salah's. You got very, very good footballers, Ekatike's. These are good players. I keep saying it. We might not have the best squad in the league. I'd say Arsenal got the best squad in the league right now. But for quality, I know it don't look like it at the moment because we're not playing well, right? But I do believe once it plays well, once we start to up our tempo and settle down, I believe we got the best quality of players. I really do. I think we got the most match winners and quality of players in our team. I do. I think Ekatike, I think Gyökeres is a good player. I think Ekatike is a better footballer than Gyökeres. I really do. And I think Isak's a better striker and a better finisher than Gyökeres. Mo Salah's Mo Salah. You got, Cody Gakpo. Just look what he does for the Netherlands, man. He's like the best attacker for the Dutch team. Scores goals. He does score goals for Liverpool. He's just in poor form. Kirkes last season was arguably the best left back in the league last season. That's why we bought him, because there weren't many better attacking left backs than Kirkes in the whole of English football last year. We're not using him correctly. Frimpong, we know, is a super player. We're not quite using him correctly at the moment. Although I don't think Frimpong's been that bad. I think Frimpong, when he plays and starts, I actually think he's been quite impressive, to his fairness. But he's a good footballer. We're just not getting the best out of some of these players. But we do have a lot of quality there. There's a lot of quality in our team. And I think once it clicks and it hits, this team will be flying, man. I really do. But there's some tactical insights how I feel Liverpool can just, go back to basics a little bit. Tell Gravenberch not to be so attack-minded. Do what you asked him to do last season, and that was sit a little bit more. As I keep saying, Gravenberch is the chain to our build-up play. If Gravenberch is not working or something's not working, that chain is broken. So you got to get the best out of Gravenberch playing in that deeper role, receiving the ball off the back line. He's the best player we got at receiving the ball off the defenders, turning and going, building up play from there. That's where our build-up play should be more focused. Use Kirkes and Frimpong and use them at what they're good at, and that is that wide, keeping them wide, keeping the width, using their pace and getting them in attacking thirds of the pitch. That's all we need to do. You don't need McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Ekatike, is that all on the edge of the box? You don't need it all. There's too much quality there. They're all in the way of each other, and then there's no one defending. Just go back to basics a little bit, but get the best out of your fullbacks, because at this moment in time, I think that's where we're struggling a little bit, really. We're not getting the best out of our fullbacks. Our fullbacks are not doing what they should do. We should be building up possession from the back with Kirkes. That's not. If you're going to do that, don't buy Kirkes. It don't make no sense. Build up from the back using Gravenberch. That's what we should be doing, because he's the best at it. He's the most press-resistant midfielder we got in our team. Him and Curtis Jones, I would say. Use Gravenberch in the build-up play. Have McAllister next to him when he's fully fit and ready to go. use them two as the build-up play. Then they can play out wide. Yeah, go through the middle first, then go out wide. What we do too much, we go out wide and then go into the middle, and then everything gets blocked out. We go through the middle of the pitch too much. We don't use the width. We should start through the middle in our build-up play and then build outwards. We go the opposite way around at the moment. We start outwards and move inwards, and that's where it all gets all clusterfucked in the middle of the pitch. We need to use the width and the wide players better than we have been doing. Big up Adam says, big up Jane. Question: if Ekitike and Gakpo play the full season on the left wing, who would get the more assists and goals? I know who my man is on. Would be on Gakpo as a left winger in costume. It's interesting with Ekitike. I think I keep saying it. They're too good not to play. You know, Ekitike is too good not to play, and Isak's too good not to play. So I think Slot's got an issue there where he's got to try and work out who's going to play. You know, who he wants in that position. He's got to try and figure it out and work on it in training, you know. But I've got faith in it, man. I keep saying this. I've got faith in all this. You know, till my faith is gone, I've got faith in it. I believe Slot will get it right. I believe the players will get it right. And I believe everything will start clicking soon. And Liverpool will get into high gear and start winning a lot of football matches and start performing at a better level. That's my opinion anyway. But on that one, guys, I'm going to leave it there. As I said, just a short video. I said this yesterday, you know, my videos going forward will either be long, short, quick, whatever they're going to be, they're going to be. As I said, it's about building a beautiful Liverpool community of you guys. You guys are the best. And, I love you guys to bits. Thank you very much for being here again. And that's what we're doing. Just building a Liverpool community over here, guys. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If people don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. You know, I'm not worried about all that anymore. I'm just here to enjoy myself and bring you Liverpool content every single day of the week. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's been good again. You guys are fantastic. Leave comments underneath the video, guys, on how you'd set up the team, what sort of formation you would play, your 11 versus Man United. Give me leave comments below the video after this is finished, guys. Much appreciation to you guys. And much love. And I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.